First appearance since winning the IBF World Flyweight title at Wembley exactly 8 weeks ago. And facing here, a very small Mexican, Artemio Ruiz. Although probably made it look small because McKenzie is very tall for a flyweight. He goes 5 feet 7 inches. And tonight he's venturing up a weight. He's into the super flyweight class now, which is 8 stone 3. In fact, he's weighed in at 8'4", McKenzie. He's got a pound advantage over the Mexican. And it's McKenzie's ambition to try and become the first British fighter in modern times to win world titles at 2 weights. He'd love to win that Superfly title. Well, it was a good performance 8 weeks ago against Rolando Bohol of the Philippines, whom he forced to quit after 11 rounds, and was so overcome with emotion he couldn't talk for about half an hour afterwards. Packed house here at the Elephant and Castle Leisure Centre for this View Sport sponsored show, and an appreciative crowd. This is a great centre of boxing, the Elephant, and they know their boxing around these parts.
Hold him, McKenzie. Right, step back.
Ruiz is the former Mexican flyweight champion, and he's been professional since the late 1970s. So he's been around a long time. He's 27. But like everybody has with McKenzie, he's got some problems here against this enormous reach. Ruiz has spent this first round trying to figure out a way to get past the left hand. So McKenzie, the world champion now, former British and European champion, with this perfect pontoon hand of victories. Well, sitting beside me is Britain's world welterweight champion, Lloyd Honeyghan, stablemate of Duke McKenzie. So what do you make of it? How do you think Duke will go in this? Do you think he's got a chance going up a weight like this?
Yeah, I think he's got a very good chance, but Cruz is a very good fighter. I notice he's moving around the ring sideways, you know, and he's making it a very difficult target for Duke to catch him. If he's quite fit, it could be a problem for Duke.
You see, Duke says he wants to go up to Superfly and try and win a world title there. I suppose there's only 3 pounds difference. It's not much, is it?
It is a lot.
Is it?
It is a lot, you know. To take off 3 pounds, it takes a lot out of you. And to go up, you give him a little bit of extra. Depends if there's a problem with the weight or not.
You feel the other guy's punches a bit more. I suppose he's 3 pounds heavier than you're used to.
Yeah.
Round 2, McKenzie on the left. And Ruiz, this former Mexican champion, whose recent record, not easy to trace Mexicans' record sometimes, but this man is believed to have lost 6 of his last 8 fights, and he's certainly not currently ranked in Mexico's top 10 flyweights. That's a good right from Duke. McKenzie like Lloyd Hunnigan, boxed for England as an amateur. Turned pro in 1982. And he's the man, of course, who brought Charlie Magri's career to a close in 1986. One or two Mexican flyweights gave Charlie a few problems. Yes, he's nobody's mug, Ruiz. Tends to show the quality of Mexican flyweights if he's not in the top 10 at the moment. It's not easy to hit either. This man's full professional record is not really known to us. It's difficult to trace his early fights. My good friend Eric Armitt, the boxing statistician, has traced some 39 fights that he's had since 1981, winning 21 and losing 18. But Eric reckons that overall he might have had something approaching twice that number in all, but it's impossible to trace. Artemio Ruiz. Lloyd Hunnigan, of course, this is your home territory around these parts, isn't it? You know this place.
Well, I just walked from my mother's house to come here, so I just live across the road.
Right on the doorstep.
Yes, right. It's nice to have boxing in the Elephant Castle, and especially like I'm from here, so it's good for the local people. It's a pity I can't have a fight around here for them.
I'm afraid they couldn't raise enough money to pay you around here.
Maybe I could make it arrange some charity match or something.
McKenzie, the tall world flyweight champion, IBF champion. Two other guys around, of course, in the world who claim to be world flyweight champion, the WBA champion, Fidel Bassa from Colombia, and Jung Kang Kim of South Korea, the WBC champion. McKenzie very much obviously wanting to look good tonight. It can't be easy, I suppose, to come out after you've won a world title and have your first fight as the champ. People automatically expect you to be a lot better than when they last saw you. Not a bad punch downstairs, that. Ruiz staying very cool under pressure and always working away from side to side, trying to think of something to do. And the body punches of McKenzie's might take their toll a bit later on. A good right to the jaw as well. McKenzie's beginning to find the range.
Right, step back.
Good round for McKenzie, this one. Really opening up on him now. But still Ruiz manages to come back, stands his ground, finds a couple of good lefts to put in. He's quite a skillful little man. It was a good round for McKenzie. Certainly the best round he's had yet. Well on top. And if he could keep that going, then he's every chance of stopping this man. Although I don't think Ruiz is the sort who's going to be easily stopped. He looks as though he's well capable of going all the way. But there were some good punches there from McKenzie. This is one of them. Well, he put a lot together here. He looked good there, Lloyd.
Yeah, Duke is looking better to me in this fight than he did in the last fight. He's putting some really good punches together. He's catching up with Cruz now. He should stop him in the next few rounds or so.
Laid it on the line, Mr. Hunnigan. Let's see if you're right. Ruiz from the left, from Mexico.
Second up, Hillary. Round 4.
Ruiz won the Mexican title, the flyweight championship, in 1985. Outpointed Marco Benitez in Tijuana. But he lost it in his first defense, and he lost it on a knockout. He was knocked out in 10 rounds by Jimmy Fernandez in that same year, 85. He's fought for the title again since, but he hasn't won it again. Every now and again, Ruiz unloads a useful-looking left hook. But he's under pressure all the time. McKenzie keeping him pinned back. Good right. McKenzie just has a little apology there for the head. He ducked a bit low. Ruiz now beginning to take a lot of punches. They come raking through from that long reach. And Ruiz suspects that he had some blood on his face. He touched his nose or mouth and had a look at the glove, and in fact it's his nose that's slightly bleeding. And Ruiz goes back with a smear of blood coming from the damaged nose. And that's just a little sign that he's suffering a bit, and I think he's a tough little man, and he's going to need to be tough here, because as the rounds go by, he's picking up more and more punishment. But he's gutsy, and he's going to be game to the last. Here's one of Duke's good efforts here. He did put some good punches together. And finding him from long range all the time.
Awkward opponent, but McKenzie already establishing a big lead after 4 rounds. He stayed well in front as we rejoin it in the 10th and final round.
Second round, feathering, 10th and last round.
So the traditional touch gloves and the last 3 minutes. McKenzie in green, 5 feet 7 inches tall, towering over this former Mexican flyweight champion Artemio Ruiz, who's been systematically outpointed, there's no doubt about that, but has never been on the floor, although he's had his nose damaged and has been hurt by right hands a couple of times. I dare say the McKenzie fans would have liked to have seen him stop this man and really come out looking like a really sharp world champion, but well, there are plenty of Mexicans who aren't easy to beat, and this is one of them. I reckon Ruiz is going to get quite a nice round of applause from this knowledgeable crowd here at the end. He's stuck to this well. Game little fighter. Always trying to do something, always looking for the chance to get in. And it's fair to say McKenzie's had to work for every point. Inside the last minute. McKenzie now working a bit harder now that he knows there's no more to come after this. McKenzie started the fight on top, and he finishes on top, and it's going to be a pretty massive points win. All over. McKenzie's first fight as world champion. Up goes his arm. And McKenzie gets a cheer. And I think a lot of the applause now that's following is for the opponent. So McKenzie Cooper.